Hi children. Today we are discussing about module 5. Right? Actually we completed 4 modules from this lesson air. Okay? In the previous module what we discussed? Actually in the previous module we discussed about the types of winds. Right? In that we have 3 types of winds. One is permanent winds and the second one is seasonal winds and the third one is local winds. Right? So in that first one, the permanent winds also called as planetary winds or prevailing winds. Right? And next coming to the second one, seasonal or periodic winds. And the fourth one, local winds. The local winds are having different names in the different parts of the world. Right? So that we discussed in the previous module, module 4. Okay? So today we are going to discuss in the module 5 is about moisture, humidity. Okay? So in this topic actually first we'll discuss about the evaporation. Okay? Evaporation, moisture, humidity, condensation, right? Precipitation, and next types of rainfalls. These are the subtopics now we are going to discuss. Okay? So in this first one, whenever water, okay, actually the topic is about air, right? Then why I am saying about water? Yes, let you know soon. Okay? So here water we need to get into the gaseous form as water vapor. Right? So whenever water heated intensely, then it turns into the water vapor. Okay? So this process is called as evaporation. Okay? So in that way here, whenever the humidity or moisture, both are similar only. Right? Humidity or moisture in the atmosphere, it takes a major role player in our daily lives. How? I will tell you. Okay? So here moisture is more in the atmosphere. It causes different forms. Okay? Rain, right? Clouds, hails, snow, sleet, etc. Means here moisture causes these all the forms. Okay? So in that one, first one is the humidity. Humidity means the amount of the water vapor or moisture in the air. Okay? If moisture is more in the air, automatically, obviously, humidity is more. Right? So in that way here, if we discuss about any dry areas, for example, deserts. Right? In deserts, the water vapor means moisture will be very less in the air because the air will be dry. Mostly 0% only we can see. Means there is no moisture in the air. And coming to the wet areas, just like for example coastal areas. Okay? So in the coastal areas we can see almost 4% of the moisture in the air. Okay? On a humid day, if more humidity is on that day in the air, more moisture in the air, we can feel that sweat on our skin will not be evaporate. Sweat on our body will not evaporate. Okay, we will feel more sticky and at the same time will feel uneasy also. Okay, and coming to dry areas means deserts. Okay, there no moisture in the air. Right? So automatically our body will be get dry and our lips will start to crack. Okay, means this is the difference. If humidity is more in the air, if humidity is not there in the air. Okay, humidity is more, then our body will be sticky. The sweat will not be evaporate. Okay, and coming to the dry, if there is no moisture in the air, okay, then our body will get dry and at the same time our lips also will start to crack. Right? So in that here, humidity will be 2 types. Absolute humidity and relative humidity. What is absolute humidity? Absolute humidity means the amount of the water vapor in the air. Okay, and that also consists of a 1 unit volume of air. Okay, means normally that will be expressed in the kilograms per cubic meter. Okay, so that is called as absolute humidity. Okay, per unit air we are measuring, right? And next coming to the relative humidity. Relative humidity means the measurement of how humidity in the air, okay, either dry or moist, that is called as relative humidity. Okay, this is about the humidity. And next coming to condensation. Condensation means what? Yes, actually we learned in the previous classes also, right? Yes, condensation means this is the changing form into one form into another form. Changing into the water vapor into solid or liquid. Solid means ice, right? In the hydrosphere already we learned. Okay, water we use it to get in three forms, three status. Okay, that is liquid form, solid form, gaseous form, right? So liquid form means normal water only. And next coming to the ice, solid means ice water, ice. Okay, in the form of ice also we will get the water. And next coming to the gases means water vapor. Okay, these are the three forms of water. So here condensation means the changing form, the change of the amount means the changing of the water vapor into different forms, either solid or ice, solid or gaseous, right? That will be touched into the earth's surface in the coolest from warm temperature to cool temperature. When it touches the earth's surface, that is called as condensation. Okay, in this condensation actually we have different forms. Those are first one dew or frost, right? And the second one mist or fog, and the third one is clouds. Okay, that is about the condensation. And next coming to precipitation. Precipitation means different forms. Okay, what are the different forms? Here we can say means rain, snow, sleet, hailstones, all these kind of forms in the form of rain touches to the earth's surface. That is called as precipitation. The total process will be considered as the precipitation. Means these are the precipitation forms. Okay, now whatever I said in the definition, that snow, sleet, rain, right, hailstones, all these are the forms of precipitation. We can consider these so many different forms of precipitation, right? This is about the humidity, condensation and precipitation. Okay, so next coming to the types of rainfalls. Actually we have means based on all these activities, all these factors, we have three types of major types of rainfalls here. Okay, in that first one convectional rainfall, and the second one is orographic rainfall, and next third one is cyclonic rainfall. Okay, here children, coming to the convectional rainfall. Okay, so the first one is convectional rainfall. In this convectional rainfall is the common in places where tropical and equatorial climates. Okay, means that kind of places we can find the convectional rainfall. Okay, and next coming to orographic rainfall. Here orographic rainfall is also known as relief rainfall. Okay, means it is based on the relief or orography of the land, right? And next coming to cyclonic rainfall. Here cyclonic rainfall is we can find in tropical and temperate zones. Okay, this is the mixture of cold and warm moisture in the air, right? So in that way here cyclones, okay, in the tropical zones it will be associated with cyclones, and coming to the temperate zones it will be associated with depressions, right? So these are the three types of rainfalls we have. Okay, so children, let me show you some slides about this. Okay, children, see the slide here. This slide is showing humidity, how humidity forms, right? And next coming to moisture. This slide is showing about the moisture, how moisture will be. And next coming to condensation. Here these are the condensation, means how condensation will occur, right? So here we'll tell you about the next slide. These are the forms of condensation: dew or frost, and mist or fog, and next clouds. So first one, dew or frost. Here, when saturated air comes into contact with a cold surface, a dew or frost is formed, right? And next, coming to mist. Cooling of a larger layer of air near the ground may produce mist or fog. When condensation occurs high up in the air, clouds are formed. Okay. And next, coming to the precipitation. Here we can see precipitation means in the form of rain. Okay. Different forms of rain, we have different forms of precipitation we have, right? In that, rain, snow, sleet and hailstones. Rain takes place when drops of liquid water falls from the clouds to the surface of the earth. And next, coming to snow, forms when temperatures are so low that water vapor turns directly into ice. This is called snow. And next, sleet. Sleet refers to a mixture of snow and rain as well as raindrops that freeze on their way down. Okay, that is called as sleet. And next, coming to the last one, hailstones. Hailstones are ice pellets that are too large and heavy for winds to carry and therefore drop to the ground. Okay, this is about the precipitation forms. And next, coming to types of rainfalls. Here the first one is convectional rainfall. Children, already you know how convection will form, right? Convectional rainfall is a common in places with equatorial and tropical climates where intense heating of the earth's surface takes place during the day. Okay, towering thunderstorm clouds means cumulonimbus clouds are formed in the convectional rainfall. And next, coming to orographic rainfall. Already I said relief rainfall or orographic rainfall is caused by the relief or orography of the land. In this slide we can see how precipitation, moisture, rising air, right, and dry descending air. We can see both the sides and two types of winds, right? And next, coming to cyclonic or frontal rainfall. Here this type of rainfall is more common in the tropical and temperate zones where the mixing of cold air with warm and moist air occurs. It is associated with cyclones in the tropical regions and depressions in the temperate zone, right? And next, coming to children, here I want to show you about cyclone in Odisha. Actually, in the year of 1999 on 17-18 October, right, cyclone hit 5 districts of the state of Odisha. And here and one more time another super cyclone occurred on the 29th October 1999 that devastated large portions of the state. These damages caused were mainly due to 3 factors: wind velocity, rain and tidal surge. The winds up to 260 km per hour lasted for over 36 hours. These high velocity winds uprooted trees and damaged the kacha houses. Rooftops of several industrial sheds and other houses were also blown away. Power supply and telecom lines snapped completely. Heavy rain occurred under the influence of the cyclone for 3 days continuously. So these are the damages here we can see through that cyclone, right? This was happened in state of Odisha. Okay, here actually Odisha is located on the eastern sea coast of India, is prone to cyclones that originate in the Bay of Bengal. Okay, so children, I hope you understand the topic, right? Okay, so once again I will give you a recap here. And here we discussed about the moisture, humidity, condensation and precipitation. Okay, moisture means the evaporation in the air. Humidity means the amount of the water vapor or moisture in the air. And next, condensation. Condensation we have different forms. Okay, dew, frost, mist or fog and clouds. And next, coming to precipitation. Precipitation also we have different forms. Okay, snow, rain, hailstones, right? So like that different forms of precipitation we have. And next, coming to the types of rainfalls. We have major three types of rainfalls: convectional rainfall, orographic rainfall, and cyclonic rainfall. And how the cyclones will affect it, and how cyclones means damages will occur through cyclones. I have showed you in the slides also. Okay, that was happened in the state of Odisha. Okay, means that is the very sad thing actually, but we had that was occurred in the year of 1999. Two times it was occurred, and it was affected in the state 5 districts, right? So that will be means the cyclones are affected that much, means the damages will be in that way. Okay, so these are the about 3 rainfalls we have based on the land's orography, and this is the cyclonic effect, and the first one is convectional. Okay, tropical and temperate zones, right? So we can have this kind of rainfalls based on this moisture, humidity, condensation and precipitation. Okay, so children, I hope you understand the topic, right? We'll meet you in the next lesson.